Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here, Safi Financial Network. Today is June 25, 2025. All right, started with S&P 500. We got pretty close to new all-time high. We are kind of like getting to this double top formation here. This is a nice V-shaped recovery, and we are forming this wedge pattern here. So there is a still divergence is here as well. So we got higher high with price, but lower high in indicators. You see that, and also here's MACD as well. So we still didn't get a buy signal, but that could be a positive, not a negative. I just want to say for those ones who are looking for a divergence is like a bearish, yes, it could be a bearish, but it's kind of like a signal that the momentum is going to continuing to the way that trend is going. So trend is up right now, and momentum is going to push higher as well. So I believe that new all-time high is coming, but I'm not sure if we are getting too much new all-time high at this stage of the game. So the corrective move to this area still is going to be a perfect scenario for a nice cool down or digestive move before the next major rally to the upside. Still looking for 6,800 to 7,000 this year. So, but I would say this is going to happen not next month or so. This is going to happen by end of this year or maybe first half of next year. But still, the correction could be a very nice signal for the market. Nasdaq, however, just got into new all-time high, new closing all-time high as well. So the Nasdaq is leading. This is kind of like the good bullish momentum for the market, bullish indicator, and looking for 24,000 by kind of like the next 6 months or so. So we will see how it goes. Semiconductors were kind of like the booster for today. Nvidia, AMD, we will get to those ones as well. But Nasdaq is at the all-time high. US30, which is Dow. Dow is still forming in a choppy consolidation here, so we may see some kind of like a pullback. But I would say still we can go higher to this top here. So we will see 46,000. Even it can get higher as well. But as I said, let's wait for a healthy correction. This correction may happen in July, and I would just kind of waiting for that correction because that could be a great buying opportunity for the next rally. Gold, just getting into positive momentum today, bullish Harami after just going down today. It's just kind of like a cool down, still waiting for it to form the bottom here. So let's wait for that one because that could be kind of like a trigger, a nice uptick to the upside, 3,600 to 3,700 this year. And also silver as well, we got a nice reversal. Silver is forming very nice reversal to the upside today, and if forming a nice pattern here. If you just see that, this is kind of like a next, kind of like a buying signal for silver. If we get above this, we're going to invalidate this head and shoulder or QM pattern because it could be the scenario that we are getting into this QM pattern. If we just go back to the indicators, we see that. So the momentum is down when we get a higher high. So that means we may see some kind of like the head and shoulder and then getting to the downside, which gives us another buying opportunity. Still waiting for that one. Moving on to crude. Crude is just positive today after actually just ended up negative after hours, but after just 2 days, very sharp sell-off capitulated to the downside. 66 is the area that the crude is forming the bottom. So let's wait and see how it goes with crude, because if this one goes higher, this one can go to 80, 81 to $83. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, nice bull flag here. You see that in daily chart. So this is one of the best kind of like a pattern you can see in any commodity or asset classes. Even if it goes down to the lower low, that would be kind of like a 94, 96,000. I'm not sure if it gets there, but if it gets higher to 110, so let's see if it gets above 110, I would say new all-time high, and blue sky is going to be top of us. So it's going to be a nice new all-time high is coming for Bitcoin. The same here for Ethereum. Ethereum is just forming a bullish consolidation here. This is obviously lagging, but I would say if it gets back to the upside, so 29 to 3,000 could be the scenario for the Ethereum. Moving on to US bond yield. Bond yield is down tick today, so 3.78. That's the area that we may see some kind of like a support. But I would say bond yield ultimately is going to go lower, way lower, below 3%. Bond at the same time just going higher today. It's just getting back to the positive momentum, $87. I would say bond can go to 93 to 101 for a short term. Moving on to VIX, VIX downtick today. So we see that market is just going higher and higher. So VIX drifting down. And this could be just sign for the VIX capitulation before the next rally to the upside. Dixie dollar index just going down. So this is kind of like one of the bearish pattern that you can see. This is not a double bottom or something. This is a very nice H pattern for the next lower low. I would say Dixie can ultimately go down to this demand area, which is $95. So, but all in all, we should just wait and see. I would say lower dollar or weaker dollar is coming down the road. Apple, just a doji bar today, and 201 still hanging around a 200 area. Correction to 185, 190, that would be perfect scenario for buy. Let's wait for that one. Amazon just going down, chopping around here still, and not going any either direction to the up or down, still chopping around here. Meta just going up and then getting down as well, so 700, 708. And Microsoft, new all-time high for Microsoft, just waiting for kind of like a correction before the next rally. Moving on to Google, Google just getting back to the upside, 170, and this can go kind of like a higher to this at $180 area. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to Netflix, Netflix just new all-time high going down. So this is kind of like the reversal, any kind of like a reversal in Netflix, just about backed by investors. This is one of the best one actually since 2022. Remember that one? So that was kind of like a capitulated, but Netflix just going all the way up to 1275. And I would say still this is very exhaustive momentum, and Netflix can go to a deeper correction to this level or even lower this level. Tesla, 4% downtick today, and after just getting nice surge to the upside, but this is kind of like a downtick. I would say Tesla can chop around here before the next major rally to 400 and potentially new all-time high this year or next year. So still positive in this name. Semiconductor index, which they were booster actually for the market, especially for the Nasdaq. You see that this is pretty nice uptake, pretty close to the all-time high. After hours, again, another $1. SOX, the same pattern here, just at 273, 278, 230, 37, 238. Sorry about that. So it's just that going higher as well. But there are lots of resistance here. You see that in SOX. NVIDIA hit new all-time high today, 154. Whoever thought actually Nvidia was kind of like $84 in April, and look at that. So just 2 months after that, hit new all-time high, almost getting into double. And I believe Nvidia can still surge to 136, 168 to 172, but that would be great if we get a correction. If it doesn't, it can just going all the way up, loft up to $172 area. Moving on to AMD, which is a nicely going higher. So AMD just hit our first target here, so we can delete this one. The next one is going to be 155, 160, which is going to be this gap here. And I would say this is a broken long-term bear trend. So this is just the beginning. Any correction with AMD could be a great buying opportunity, I would say, to the next upside move to 160. So AMD was 80. And right now we are pretty close to kind of like getting doubled as well. Moving on to Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan is getting close to this double top and pretty close to new all-time high. Texas Instruments, after yesterday's surge, today just going down. There are lots of resistance here, lots of supply here. Sellers are here as well. Moving on to Lam Research, which hit this in 96. I would say Lam is in trouble in this area. So even if it goes higher to 101, still, it's kind of like a resistance area. So there are lots of sellers here, especially in these two areas. So just be mindful with that one. Texas Instrument Texas, we covered this one. Moving on to XLF, which is Financial Spider. This is bullish consolidation, still waiting for that one. Obviously, prior this all-time high, this is kind of like taking too much energy to breaking through. But if it breaks through, you will see that there are lots of higher highs are coming. KBE, the same scenario here. KRE, the same scenario. Bull flag here. We broke this trend line here, so we may go all the way up to 64 to 66. JP Morgan nicely new all-time high. Goldman Sachs pretty close to new all-time high. Bank of America as well, pretty close to new all-time high here. And Wells Fargo, they're all actually in a good shape and getting ready for another rally potentially to new all-time high. Gold miners, they're just kind of like forming the bottom here, and GDX just a 59.92, close 52 after hours. But I would say just be mindful with that one, just to wait for the pattern. GDXJ, the same here, wait for the pattern. AEM just negative today, but not a bad shape. Newmont still forming a very nice consolidating here. Let it shape and let it just be patient with them. XLE, which is Energy Spider, I would say this is kind of like a pause, but they may go down more to 83, 84. And here is Exxon as well. So they may just build up the base for the next drop to 100, 102. Chevron nicely just uh, forming the base as well here. And I would say after this capitulation, it's just waiting for a base, and then the next drop could be a great buying opportunity. So we'll see how it goes. All right, folks, if you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.